evening, and welcome to 1 versus 100. How are we doing this fine evening? It's Friday. It's now the weekend. Yes, now that you're now caught up after Christmas and New Year's, all of the shenanigans going on with what day is it, now you certainly know today is Friday, tomorrow is Saturday. Unless, of course, you're over in Japan or Australia now, it's already Saturday, in which case, how's it? How's Saturday so far for you? Good evening. I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed that game of word scramble. I also hope you enjoyed that wonderful, crazy, noisy, bizarre YMCA. It's a lovely remix of Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town from JoJo with YMCA. How it works, I don't know. These people are crazy, but somehow they make it work. Hello there, Shapes. 2020, 2022, thank you very much for the 16-month resub. Greatly appreciated there, Shapes. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. And 100 from Oni. You have been drinking, oh goodness me. Well, thank you for the 100 bits. 169 bits there from JB Henry. Hope you're doing well this late afternoon for you. And yes, it is the weekend, baby. And also, thank you for the follow there, Just Sarah. Hello there, Just Sarah. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Let us know where you come from, unless, of course, you just want to luck. In which case, you can do that either. You can do that as well as, you know, entirely your decision to do what you want to do. But welcome nonetheless. B-E-E-E-E, indeed, Aaron. So, yeah, tonight we are playing some wonderful 1 versus 100. I can't change it in between, but yes, thank you for the 100 bits there, Claire, with the Pie Panic. There must be some sort of Greek joke in there, but do appreciate the 100 bits there, Claire. Thank you very much. Drinks mean bits, do they? Drinks mean bits. I've just got some Pepsi Max, so I don't know. Yeah, it's a drink. 3.14 Bannock. Yeah, something like that. There's got to be a Greek joke in there somewhere, or a maths joke. Anyway, yes, we're playing 1 versus 100. Luckily, the 100 bits did sort of land at the same time there, which is a wonderful, easy game to get into. Multiple choice A, B, or C. It's one person versus everybody else. It is as simple as that. Loads of fun. If you want to play, you need a room code. That room code is BHUR, which will be the room code. Excuse me, the room code throughout this evening's game. You'll be able to join in later. You'll be able to leave. You'll be able to rejoin later. That sounds about right, actually, Milk. Yeah, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, you kind of expect a video from Matt Parker to do with Pi Day, but sometimes he runs a little late on it. But I think he's actually kept to time pretty well recently. I'm actually awaiting his video, his sort of follow-up video on his Christmas tree, because he's done an updated version of it for this year, which isn't running code. It's running pre-generated animation sequences. But he said he will still do that potentially and show the results off. So I'm waiting to see the result of that after the nearly lawsuit he got for doing the Christmas tree he did last time. Thoughts on 1 vs 100 coming back to Xbox? I would love for it to come back to Xbox in some capacity, M622, or some other platform. That is why I've done this version, is because of the Xbox Live version on the Xbox 360. I absolutely adored that experience, you know, playing against tens of thousands of people simultaneously, doing some very simple multiple choice quizzing. It was just really well done. Unfortunately, it just sort of petered out, probably due to licensing fees more than anything. Microsoft just didn't want to pay for their licensing fees for using the 1 vs 100 name. But yeah, if they bring it back, then yeah, as long as they do it right, so long as they do it right like they did before. Maybe if they change a couple of the rules, we'd be fine, so long as you still have the same feel from last time. In between that, until that happens, you've got this, and be able to play basically the same thing from the comfort of your own home on Twitch chat. It's as simple as giving an answer A, B, or C, and you can do that either in public chat or a whisper to ChrisBot 3000. Any of those mechanics will work. Begat me doing multiplayer Twitch quizzing and so on and so forth. Yes, indeed. Okay. You treat the room as nothing more than... Yeah, I mean, I've heard, like, quote-unquote rumours for a couple of years now. There was just the extra murmur that came up a few months ago, but again, there's not really been much else other than a rumour. And we definitely want to do it, but no word of actually doing it or not. So we shall see. 1 versus 100 on GSM predicted Zoom social distancing. Maybe. Certainly they did do that version, virtual version before everything happened. But coincidental, I would say, rather than predicting it. They're not The Simpsons. Let's put it that way. So yeah, we've got lots of names down already. 42 names down on this list. We can have space for obviously 100 mob members plus the one player that will be playing alongside. So there's plenty of opportunities for anyone to join in, even if it's your first time here. If you just want to lurk, do join in. Enter in that room code BHUR into Twitch chat, and it'll allocate you to a podium later on. You have no requirements to play the main game as the one. If it randomly picks you, we can just delegate on to someone else if you do not feel like playing as the main person, if you don't want to have that pressure placed upon you. But if you do, then I also open up the invite of you joining me in Discord, and we conduct the game in voice. So you get to talk to me about the game, about the questions, about the answers, and I answer on your behalf if you want to do it that way. But again, that's entirely up to you if you want to join me in voice or not, if you get picked. So I think we're all ready to go. Let's get on with our first game. So, computer. Hello there, brand new Halo, just getting in time before the first pick. Computer, please pick our first contestant this evening. It is gonna be new name, just Sarah. Just followed 5 minutes ago. And you are our first contestant, our first one this evening. Well, what do you want to do here, Just Sarah? Like I say, you can play the game if you wish to. If you want to do so, you can also join in the Discord voice if you want to do that. If you don't want to have the pressure on you right now, I can certainly appreciate that. Certainly if you're a brand new member around here, then we can pick someone else instead. But I do need to hear something from you. If I don't hear anything from you in the next 30 seconds or so, then I will assume you do not want to play as the one, and we will move on and pick somebody else instead. So do let me know in public chat what you want to do. And yeah, it's a very, very brave decision to go hugging a swan like that. I mean, if the swan wants the hugs, then give the swan the hugs. It's as simple as that, I suppose. The Twitch account belongs to the swan. Oh, okay. We've got that going on for us, apparently. So, yeah. Just Sarah, what would you like to do? Would you like to play on as the one, or would you like to... someone that's joined in the green room. So, Are they the same person... or are they not? I don't know who Black Widow is in the green room. If you are the same person, please verify that with Colo, who's just joined in. He's a moderator around here. Thank you, Colo. Thank you, Score, for floating around and helping with moderation duties. Yeah, if you are that person, then yeah, I'm more than willing to allow you in. But we'll wait to see exactly whomst you are. Who can confirm? Tipster can confirm. So from a different community, I presume. Tipster. Hello. Right. In which case, then let me unmute the Discord and say hello there. How are you doing?
Hello.
There we go. I can hear you. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
That's good to hear. How would you like to be? How would you like to be called? Sarah? Is that enough? Is that fine?
Yeah.
That's fine. Wonderful. From the old pub quiz, says Tipster in chat. Fair enough. So that's how you got into this stream. Well, welcome. Is this your? I presume because you have just followed me, this is the first time you've played on my stream. Have you done any other interactive quizzes on Twitch before or not?
Yeah, I used to do tipsters.
Okay, fair enough. Well, all you need to do, really, while you're here is watch my live stream in the Discord channel. That gives you the game screen for you to play from. But everything else, I'll sort of do the actions on your behalf. So you just sort of talk the questions, answers through. You say what you want to do, A, B, or C, lock it in, or anything like that. And I'll do everything for you. I do also have one other question for you. Which version of the game do you want to play? We have two versions available. We have a US version and a Dutch version, and I would recommend to new people to go for the US version because that gives you more opportunities to get out of the game with some doots. The Dutch game is a little harder. So what do you want to do? Do you want to play US or Dutch?
US.
You're going to go for the US. I think that makes absolutely perfect sense. So, are you ready to play?
As ready as I'll be.
Okay, start the game in voice. US rules. Good luck to you, and let's start. 1 vs 100. Your first question is this: what does the AC button on a calculator stand for? Does it stand for a more equal society? Does it stand for all clear? Or does it stand for elderly women? Mob first, please lock in your answers now. What does the AC button on your calculator stand for? Enter in A for a more equal society. Enter in B for all clear. And enter in C for elderly women. The mob is now locked in, and we now turn to you, Sarah. What do you think of this question? What do you think the answer is?
B.
You're pretty happy with B as your answer? Do you want to lock it in?
Yes.
All right, let's do that then. We're just going to bump the audio up a bit more so I can hear a bit clearer on the stream. You have gone for B, all clear. I can tell you the correct answer is, with all the noises going on, yes, it is all clear. Nice, easy start for you. And thank you, Oni, for gifting a sub there to Lady Oni. Oh, how very nice. Players getting that one wrong. Samster, Brand New Halo, and Ninja say either give me a wrong answer or failing to answer in the allotted time. Either way, that's 3 eliminations. It's not enough for you to get any dukes just yet. You need to give me another 7 eliminations to get to that point. But you see how the game goes. We just keep doing this until we get to that point. So, let's move on to the next question. And the next question is, if the Wizard of Oz practiced alchemy, which of these would he most likely attempt? Is it turning the Tin Man into gold, making straw hats out of the Scarecrow, or stuffing and mounting the Cowardly Lion? Mob, please lock in your answers now. If the Wizard of Oz practiced alchemy, which of these would he most likely attempt? Is it A, turning the Tin Man into gold, B, making straw hats out of the Scarecrow, or C, stuffing and mounting the Cowardly Lion? Okay, Mob is in. Sarah, what's your thoughts?
A.
You think that's the answer is A? Do it. And any reason why you think is A? Or do you just know it? Is that what you want to go for? You want to lock in A?
Yes.
Okay, we shall do that then. You've gone for A, turning the Tin Man into gold. Correct answer is... yes, it is correct. Turning Tin Man into gold. How many got that wrong? Ah, they're all good. They all got it right. So no eliminations. We move straight on to the next question. Question 3. If Achilles went shopping for new shoes, which of these would give the best protection to his famous weak area? Is it pumps, slingbacks, or mules? Mob, locking your answers now. If Achilles went shopping for new shoes, which of these would give the best protection to his famous weak area? Is it pumps, slingbacks, or mules? I've just realised something that's happening with this game. I'll have to talk to someone about that. Bob is in. Sarah, what's your thoughts?
Maybe C.
Which one was that you say, sorry?
B.
You're gonna have to be a bit more clear than that. I can't wake out if you're saying B or C, unfortunately.
Mules, sorry.
Mules, is that the one you want to lock in on?
Yes.
All right, we shall do that. So, yes, these are repeat questions. And obviously, Sarah's not seen this, so this is new to Sarah. But, yeah, these appeared on Duel. What's happened is it has brought in the Duel questions that David had written for the special Christmas episode, and it's now playing them in 1 versus 100 because he's switched the state to regular public away from public secret. That's why they're coming through now. We might have a few more of those coming through this evening. I do apologise, David, because we, wanted to have those for another Duel game. But the answer's not C. It's A. Pumps. So yeah, the other two, they have an open heel, which is what Achilles' heel is, the sort of thing there. The pumps would actually protect the heel in some regard, whereas the other two don't. So that was the one you should have gone for. Unfortunately, that is a wrong answer. And just like that, it is a swift departure for you, Sarah. I hope you had fun, though.
I did, thank you.
That's good to hear, good to hear. Well, don't worry, you can still play as part of the mob on the next game, and maybe you can get yourself back into the one hot seat for another go and build yourself up some doots. But for now, thank you very much for playing as the one, Sarah, and we will catch you later. No worries, take care. Oh, bit of a sort of sticky question there to end on. But them's the breaks. If you don't get the right answer, then it is simple as that. You say goodbye in the game. Who else got that one wrong? Effrontery, Akudi, and a couple of AI actually got that question wrong. And 8 Minky as well, according to this list. Means everybody else that's still in is open for eligibility. Now, given... I could probably do a very quick hotfix and create a new lobby with a rerun of the game, and I put on a exclusion for Duel, presuming that he has marked them for Duel, because I don't want to use all those questions up right now. I would rather keep them so that when we next run a Duel Royale or something, then they're allocated for those specifically, because I know that there's like 600 odd questions available. So I think what I'm going to do is the doots have been paid out, so don't worry about that. And since that game was fairly short and pretty much everyone is open for eligibility on the next pass through, is what we'll do is we'll do a very, very quick dev stream where I remove the add the Duel exception back in on 1 vs 100. So just give me a moment while I sort that out. I'm going to put the music back on. I'm going to change the layout to bring in middle display like that. Just one moment. I do appreciate your patience on this while I sort this out. But it'll mean that we can keep the Duel questions for Duel, and might mean there are fewer questions to pick from, but we will see. And apparently we're playing Christmas even though this is just the jazz playlist. Whatevs. I don't care. What I need to do is go into the code. I mean, Christmas is still technically active, looping, because I've not finished it. Right, let me try and sort this out. So there should be an exclusion selection somewhere. Where is it? Where's the big array of names? Well, that was certainly something to show on screen. There they are. 10. We want to put in Duel as an extra exclusion, and that should be it. So that's the only thing I need to do is that. Really should make that something I can edit via an XML file, but hey ho. Build settings, build, and yeah. Says Dev with a £10 donation. Thank you for the £10 donation for the dev stream. Since when, at some point we're going to have to get you on stream and call it a dev stream, Dev. At some point we have to do that. Dev stream sponsored by Dev. That's very circularly referenced. Oh, thank you for the... Go away, I don't want notifications right now. Sorry, Dev. Right, I think that should fix that. So if we change that back to that one and do that and fade that out, it should come through. I think that number is smaller, so I believe that should be better. Let me just check. As far as I'm aware, it should be tagged correctly. Yes, they are. Okay, so that should now mean the dual questions are now out of the bucket, which is good. We don't want to burn those. So, thank you for your patience, and we'll get a lobby open right now. So, if you're around and still want to play, you'll need to enter in a new room code, and that's CDWH. And given we ended that first game so early on, I don't really mind if people got that one wrong for exclusion purposes, because otherwise I'm going to have to put down a very long list of names for the next one list. So I'm just going to leave it open to everybody to be able to be picked as the next one. Just makes it simpler that way. And I'm just being a bit more generous because I broke things. Give you 30 seconds and we'll start this game off properly secondly. Camembert doesn't work here. Correct, Shadowmane, it doesn't, because I'm not a particularly big fan of cheese. Yes, I know you're going to go crazy in the comments about that, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of cheese. Oh, Samster's doing the manifestation already. Spellcasting. M-A-N-I-F-E-S-T. Whole tone scale. Yes, that's what it is. It's a whole tone scale. Where was I going with this? I don't know where I'm going. Where am I going? I'm going here, aren't I? That's what I'm doing. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's you gonna pick? It's gonna be the Minky. Oh, that's very interesting that it's decided not to update the screen. Huh? Game capture. Why you do this? Hello? Why is it not updated? That's very bizarre. Try that again. Come on, game capture, do the right thing. Unity, OBS, behave. OBS, come on. Or am I going to have to do middle display like normal, like that? All right, we're going to have to do that tonight. Apparently, the hardware capture is just broken tonight. So we'll just change it to that mode for some reason. Okay, well. Are you going to re-roll 8? Oh, that's very kind of you to do that. So hopefully you can see that all working now. And 8 has chosen to re-roll. Do appreciate that. So, in that case then, let's re-roll. And welcome, Brig. Welcome to podium number 54. Hope you're doing well this evening. And another moderator. Carlo. Apparently picking all the moderators this evening. I do appreciate all the moderator help. Are you passing as well, Colo? Just want to make sure you are. We're modifesting apparently rather than manifesting, yeah. You're going to pass. All right, let's re-roll again. And it's Mark! Not this time, Matt, but thank you for the 100 bits. Hope you're doing well this evening. Mark, you have been picked by the computer to play this game. Yes, this could be a big win. Mark is a formidable fellow in the Discord games. So, Mark. What would you like to do? Would you like to play in chat? Would you like to play in Discord? Would you like to re-roll? Entirely your decision. Need to hear a decision one way or the other. Pretty sharpish, though. Because I've already delayed the stream too much by having to rebuild the game. He always hits the mark on these games. Thank you, Topper, for that joke. Beep. Do we have... you're going to play in chat? Okay, Mark, no problem. We will do that. Other question for you then, while you are in chat. Which game version would you like to play? Do you want to play the US version or do you want to play the Dutch version? And then once we've done that, then we'll get this game started proper. US version? All right. Well, I'll leave the game in your hands then. You'll just be answering in public chat with A, B, or C on any of the help names when we come to those. For now, though, let's start the game then in chat. And it's one versus 100. Your first question. What events do contestants in the British TV series featuring judges Paul Hollywood and Prue Leith in its 2021 season compete in? Is it Fake Off, Shake Off, or Bake Off? Mob, lock in your answers now. What event do contestants in the British TV series featuring judges Paul Hollywood and Prue Leith in its 2021 season compete in? Is it the Fake Off, the Shake Off, or the Bake Off? Mob is in. Mark, any thoughts? That's the Great British Bake Off, lock in C. In that case, just say the letter C, Mark, and it'll do that for you. There we go. But I do appreciate you giving the thoughts as well before we do the lock-in. You have gone with C, the Bake Off. Or confusingly titled, what was it, the Great British Baking Show? Or something like baking competition over in the States because, is it... There's a company over in the States that has a trademark on the term Bake Off, so they can't use that on the name of the show over there. Pillsbury, that's the one. So yeah, and yeah, Captain Disillusion with a wonderful coverage on the VFX work they had to do to the damn bloody to the freaking trophy cake stand. It's just ridiculous that they had to do that, but they had to do that because of freaking trademark rules. Yeah, if you've not seen it before, go and check Captain Disillusion on his coverage on the VFX work on Great British Bake Off. Just for that, love with your heart, very much so. Use your brain for everything else, because it's just ridiculous. Just Sarah and Clive getting that one wrong, or failing to answer, or going to the wrong bot. Any of those variations therein. But don't worry, even if you are eliminated, you can continue to answer for some dupes and build that streak back up. Mark, only 2 eliminated, so not enough yet for any dupes. So let's move on to our next question. Which of these is a term that Merriam-Webster recognizes as a specialized language of a profession? Is it legalese? Is it enginidium? Or is it mediction? Mob, please lock in your answers. Which of these is a term that Merriam-Webster recognizes as a specialized language of a profession? Is it legalese, enginidium, or mediction? Mob is in. Mark, any thoughts here? Oh, going straight in. No messing around. Locking in on a legalese. We need to start talking about like code engineering, sort of like that. We could call all the programming terms enginidium now. Enginidium. I think we should coin that term now because I kind of like it. Answers wrong. Who the L is E? SLR catchphrase, Togi, etc. Natter, Joe, and Smattering of AI getting that one wrong. 14 eliminated in total. does mean, Mark, you are now on 1,000 doots, and you're 4 away from making it 5,000. So, because you now have some doots in the bank at risk, you've got a decision to make. Do you want to take that 1,000 doots? If you want to do that, say the word money. However, if you want to play against the mob, say mob, and we'll continue on to the next question. No, I very much don't usually speak in programming, Car. I very much don't. I'm going to take on the mob and move on to the next question. Which fictional witch is accompanied by a cat named Salem? Is it Willow Rosenberg, Sabrina Spellman, or Hermione Granger? Mob, please lock in your answers now. Which fictional witch is accompanied by a cat named Salem? Is it Willow Rosenberg, Sabrina Spellman, or Hermione Granger? Or a Soviet Womble, apparently referred to as originally Hermie One. Mark, what's your thoughts? Locking in on B. That sounds about right. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, right? Absolutely the right answer. Where's my cat? My cat is currently by the heater, unsurprisingly. Maple Yamanote, coin flipped the wrong way. Cart quiz, woke quiz got it wrong, and AI number 84 as well. 3 eliminations, not enough to get you up to the next level, so you're still on 1,000, 1 away. Make that decision again. Do you want the 1,000 doots, or do you want to take on the mob? Yes, cat by heater being cat is exactly that. We continue on. Which chess piece is called the runner or the Läufer in Germany? Is it the bishop, the knight, or the rook? Mob, look in your answers now. Which chess piece is called the runner or the Läufer in Germany? Is it the bishop, the knight, or the rook? Interesting one, this. Mark, how's your German chess? Don't know for sure. Well, you do have those helps. You can ask the mob, you can poll the mob, you can trust the mob, and you can also ask me as well. Ask the mob, we pick 2 mob members out at random, 1 right and 1 wrong. Poll the mob, you give me a letter, and we see how many of our remaining mob members went with that answer. Trust the mob, we just lock you in to the mob's most popular answer. And ask the host, well, that's kind of self-explanatory. Of course, you can just answer for your own self as well. Those are your current options right now. 4 helps or answering directly. What are the commands? So ask mob is just ask mob 1 word. Poll mob is poll, or poll mob 1 word, I believe. Trust the mob is trust. And ask the host is ask host, all 1 word. Yeah, there we go. Score count there with the command, and Maple Yamanote as well. So those are the particular options. Which one tickles your fancy? Should probably have on the layout the text equivalent. I should probably do that. It's not like I'm running out of visual space at the moment. I could even have it on a command so I can just show it and hide it at will. Or I can have a Twitch chat command do it instead. What I like to do, Mark, I need something from you soon. Otherwise, I'm going to press the clock button. And to do that, then you need to say the word poll first, and then another message with B afterwards, then if you want to do that. There we go. So you are using poll the mob. And you're going to go for B. Well, I'm afraid not many went with that answer. Only 6 of our remaining 81 mob members went with answer B, knight. Of those, 3 of them are AI. So yeah, I don't know. That's pretty low, I would say. But it could be that the vast majority are wrong and that is the right answer. I do not know that fact. All we know is that 6 of the remaining 81 went with that particular answer. So what does that mean for you, Mark? I'm going to have to press you for an answer soon, so what I'm going to do is give you 30 seconds to make your mind up. You can use another help. There's no problem with doing that. You can use more than one help on one question. But you got to make a decision in the 30 seconds. You are going to trust the mob this time round. Okay. So, as I said earlier, this is going to lock you into the mob's most popular answer. Well, I would probably hazard a guess, we're not going to be locking in B Knight because only 6 of the 81 went with that answer. So I don't think it's going to lock you in on that. So it's either going to be Bishop or Rook. Now, Dev in chat is very much thinking the same way I am, because both of these have the same characteristic of they run in 4 directions and can go as fast as they want, essentially, go as far as they want in one move. But they are essentially the same piece, just one is orthogonal, one is diagonal. So I wouldn't know which way to go on this one. And the fact we're not going to be picking knight means it's going to be between bishop or rook, so it could be a 50-50. Let's find out what our mob has locked in for you. They have locked in with the orthogonal movements of the rook. So, are the mob right? Is the answer rook? Or is the answer something different? It could still be knight at this point. We don't know. But certainly my thought process was either bishop or rook at this point. Correct answer is... it's a bishop! It's the other way! Wow! And just like that, a formidable force in Mark falls to a foul question, and look at that board! Just 19 players left standing after that question, of which we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 human players. That is a hell of a sausage question, if ever I saw one. You know what I need to do? I need to cut a video with the sausage sting or evil question sting, and put that in on the OBS layout, because yeah, that's just crazy. Or I can get Beric to say it himself. Is he on like Cameo? Because I could probably do that if he's on Cameo. I'll go and pay the fee and get him to say that was a sausage question. Wow. I mean, I had the right thought process. I would have gone rook as well myself, honestly, because it kind of makes sense to be more orthogonal. Like when you're a runner on a track, you run in a straight line down, you know, sort of vertically speaking, or whatever. You just run forward. So I wouldn't expect a diagonal movement to be a runner, but there you go. Rook is a tower in German, very much is sort of the shape of it rather than the motion of it. Okay, fair enough. Well, the more you know. So congratulations, Lewis T, Akudi, Claire, Samster, Jers, Zeusless, Toot, and Tipster. One of you is going to be picked to be our next one this evening. So I guess we'll just move straight on with that. Unlucky there, Mark. That was quite a difficult question to fall foul on, and yeah, the trust the mob just flipped you the wrong way there. But great game nonetheless. Let's pick our next one this evening. Who's it going to be? While that happens, I need to close the door because Whiskers has opened it up again. There we go. It's warmer in here now. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Lewis T! Lewis T1. Let me get my Discord audio set up back again. So, Lewis, oh, you're manifesting, you're doing the German manifesting. Okay, apparently that's how it works. You have to be German tonight for it to work. Lewis T is currently in Discord, so presumably will want to play. And you're now here. Hello, Lewis, how you doing?
Hello, I'm getting quicker at muting the Twitch thing when I get in here now. Hi.
Hey, that's good to hear. Well, congratulations on surviving that rather sausage question. Was that just from knowing it previously, or was that from a process of elimination from knowing what the rook was?
Well, I used to play a lot of German trivia apps, and they loved asking chess questions, and Springer was the academic paper company, which the logo's a knight, and a rook is a turm for tower, so...
Das ist gut. Okay, well, welcome to the hot seat as the one. What game would you like to play? Do you want to play the US game, or do you want to play the Dutch game?
I said next time I'd do the Dutch game, but see, when you're here, it's different. I think.
Yeah.
Let's go US. It's early on in the season. Let's go US.
Gonna go for the US. All right. Well, we'll go for the US game. Good luck to you, Lewis T. Let's play 1 vs 100. Your first question is: who is the comedian who starred in the E4 and Channel 4 shows Phone Jacker and Face Jacker? Is it Cavan Novak? Is it Rod Gilbert? Or is it Matt Lucas? Mob, lock in your answers now. Who was the comedian who starred in the E4 and Channel 4 shows Phone Jacker and Face Jacker? Is it Cavan Novak, Rod Gilbert, or Matt Lucas? And Whiskers, you've opened the door again. Stop opening the door. I'm trying to keep the heat in and the cold out. Lewis T, any thoughts here?
Yeah, this is the sort of thing that I don't think people expect me to know, but I loved Phone Jacker and Face Jacker. It's Cavan Novak, and I'll lock that one in.
Okay, do that straight away then. I have only very rarely seen Phone Jacker / Face Jacker, and only because of I know Rod Gilbert and Matt Lucas from other things, I would have done a process of elimination. I would never have known it was Cavan Novak straight off the bat like that, but apparently it's the right answer.
I don't know what he's up to these days.
No idea. Who got that one wrong? Jers, Azta, Milk like SLR, Player 2 Start, Jack Wilfred, TJ, Shadowmain, M62, Mark, Cyclespace, Cetra, Topper, Matt the Ref, Acuity, Derek Agony, 8 Minky, Toadboy, and Silent Marine, and a lot of AI along the way as well. Quite a few people in chat saying, yeah, non-US kind of not knowing, US players not really knowing that one because it wasn't over there. It was very much a UK-centric kind of show. So, yeah. Lupin, have we got a scale of sausagery now, Lupin? This is a chipolata question rather than just a sausage question. Okay, we apparently have a sausage scale going on. Well, just after one question there, Lewis, you're up to 10,000 doots, and you're only 2 away from making it 25,000. So, you could just walk away right now, 1 question in hand done, and have a nice tidy sum of 10,000 doots. Or you could take on the mob. What do you want to do?
Well, that was easier than beat the chasers, but I will. I'll take on the mob, please.
Gonna take on the mob. All right. Let's move on then. Next question. Question number 2. In American political jargon, a news event deliberately timed to be revealed in the run-up to an election in order to influence its outcome is known as a what? Is it October surprise, September surprise, or August surprise? Or at least it's a balance from UK to US. In American political jargon, a news event deliberately timed to be revealed in the run-up to an election in order to influence its outcome is known as a what? Is it October, September, or August surprise? Thank you, Dupless, for this question. Lewis, any thoughts?
Yeah, quite into my US politics, given that the US election will be held in November and October surprise is a thing. I'm going to lock in October surprise.
All right. Oh, that's very interesting, Colo. I will need to have a look into why that's happened. That is very peculiar and very concerning right now. You've gone with an October surprise. Correct answer is... it is an October surprise, yes. That is rather concerning, Colo. Okay. I need to find out why that's happened. Unfortunately, I can't do much about it right now. Natter, Joe, Lupine, and 3AI getting knocked out on that question. You're now up to 25,000 doots, and you're 6 away from the halfway point and making it 50,000 doots. So, what do you want to do, Lewis? Do you want to play on against the mob, or do you want to bank that 25,000 doots?
I've still got 4 things I'm definitely not allowed to call lifelines, so let's carry on. I'll take the mob again.
All right. Next question. In the United States, sticking on with the United States, the statutory price of which precious metal has been $42.22 since 1973? Is it silver, gold, or copper? Mob, locking your answers now. In the United States, the statutory price of which precious metal has been $42.22 since 1973? Is it silver, gold, or copper? Thank Thank you, Jack, for this question. Lewis, what's your thinking here?
This is... Right. I know silver is cheaper than that. The fact this is a statutory price. I mean, I guess, like, the government would hold gold rather than any others. I mean, copper would be even cheaper than silver. Do I want to lifeline or... Sorry, do I want to help or do I want to go for it? I'm heavily leaning towards gold here because I feel like because they're going to hold gold and that might be the price at which they know that's what they know it's definitely worth, even though it's obviously gone up a lot. Oh, okay, let's risk it. Then that says help. I've got it right this time for later. We'll lock in gold. Let's go for it.
You said the keywords lock in and gold, which is B. So we should do that. Is gold the correct answer? No, was it today or was it yesterday that I was watching a video from Half As Interesting? We were talking about the gold standard. I'm trying to remember when it said that they switched over from the gold standard to modern pricing and whether this would have been part of the effect of that.
Not the route I took to that answer, but that...
It was today because they're talking about the double eagle coin, which is illegal to own. Gold is correct!
Way nice.
Riff Raccoon, Aaron, Car, Just Sarah, Itogi, Brig, Dev, Pyro Pygmy, DMC, Oni, BC, Colo, Who the LZ is Sportsy, Maple Yamanoti, and 19AI all getting that one wrong. Yes, the illegal eagle tipster, yeah. Except for the one case where someone actually did own it, legally speaking, and then it got sold on illegally and stuff happened. It was very weird. But yeah, lots of people getting eliminated, and just like that, Lewis, you're up to 6 figures, 100,000 doots, and 2 away from making it a 250,000. You've only been here for 5 minutes. That's easy work for you. What it does mean, though, now that you're past the halfway point and then some, is that you get to see a sneak peek of the next question before you make your mind up. So, are you ready to see that?
I would love a sneak peek.
All right, let's have a look. We're continuing with the states, apparently. Which 2 US states were admitted to the Union on November the 2nd, 1889? The only pair to do so on the exact same day. That is the question. Now, what do you want to do? Do you want to take those 100,000 dupes and just say, yep, that's been a nice, easy 10 minutes? Or do you want to play against this mob for maybe a bit more?
I mean, I think I know this one, so I'm going to play on.
You take on the mob?
The mob, yes, please.
All right, well, you still have all the helps in hand as well. Let's move on, and that's that question again, courtesy of Dupless. The options are Alaska and Hawaii, Kansas and Arkansas, or North Dakota and South Dakota. Mob, please lock in your answers. Which 2 US states were admitted to the Union on November the 2nd, 1889? The only pair to do so on the exact same day. Is it Alaska and Hawaii, Kansas and Arkansas, or North Dakota and South Dakota? Those are the options. Lewis T, do you see something that helps out for you here?
Well, yeah, the options I wanted are there. I mean, Alaska and Hawaii, the 49th and 50th, and there's a fair distance between them. I think I watched a video about this. Didn't North Dakota and South Dakota have a bit of shenanigans as to who would be admitted first or something? But it's definitely North and South Dakota. We'll lock that one in.
So Alaska and Hawaii is the answer you want to go for, yeah?
North and South Dakota.
You want to go for North and South Dakota? Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure.
Yeah, I was just trying to talk it through, but yeah.
You're going with C. North and South Dakota. Correct answer is... Yes, it is the correct answer. Still doing very well here. Still all your helps in hand. ABME's wrong. Brand New Halo's wrong. 4AI are getting wrong there. You're now up to 250,000 doots. There's 1 versus 16 remaining. Of those, our human players are Inca, Toot, and Tipster, Zeusless, Sampster, Cartcourt Quiz and Claire, JB Henry, and We Like Shapes. Those are our remaining human players. So, some very formidable names up in that mix. You ready for the next sneak peek?
Yes, let's do it.
Here we go. What's the next question potentially going to be? Going back to the UK. The English rugby union team, based in Bristol, is known by which name? That is the question, but we're not going to give you the options. So, what do you want to do? Do you want to take the 250,000 dukes, or are you a big rugby union fan and want to take on the mob?
Oh, I won. Considering I referee this sport, I've got to take the mob.
You're going to take on the mob, all right? So clearly you've got an idea in mind of what you want to see come up. Let's find out what our possible options are. Bristol Bears, Bristol Buffalo, or Bristol Badgers. Mob, it's time for you to lock your answers in. The English rugby union team based in Bristol is known by which name? Are they the Bears, Buffalo, or the Badgers? Me saying the Badgers now brought up the mind of Soviet Womble again. Badgers, we are the Badgers. Yeah. Anyway, Lewis is the one you were hoping to see up there.
Yeah, I mean, I had the Weeble song come to mind, but they are definitely the Bristol Bears. So we'll lock in A.
Lock in A. Okay. Honestly, I had no idea that you were a referee in rugby union. At what level?
Level 2, so up to the senior 15-a-side game. The next level is actually international, but there's only 3 levels in the whole thing, so that is more impressive than it sounds. But just before you get needlessly impressed.
Well, let's hope that Bears are the correct answer here. And they are indeed the correct answer, yes. Some nice, easy knowledge for you there.
These are falling really well for me right now.
Inca and Cart Quiz got it wrong. AI number 66 also following suit there. You're down to 1 versus 13, and you are 3 away from making it 500,000 doots. You still have all of your helps. As you say, these have fallen rather well for you. Let's keep this train rolling. Let's find out what your next question could be. I'll go you to the maths world now, potentially. The first 3 digits of pi are 3.14, but what number appears the most often in the first 12 digits of pi? Okay, that's an interesting question and a half. What do you want to do, Lewis? Would you like to take the 250,000 doots, or do you want to play against the mob?
I've got to play against the mob. I'm pretty happy with my pi. I know Claire put a thing in the server about the first 30, but I think I can manage roughly the first 12.
Take on the mob?
Let's play. Mob, yes.
All right. 1 versus 13. This question from Dupless Force. Your options are 1, 3, or 5. Mob, locking your answers. The first 3 digits of pi are 3.14, but what number appears the most often in the first 12 digits of pi? Is it 1, 3, or 5? Mob is in. So, Lewis, what's your thinking here?
Right, so I'm gonna let's see. So it's 3.1412653538. Now I've got to think about that. So there was 141. So there's 2 1s. 3.1452.
Get the fingers out.
3 5. Okay. So there's 2 3s as well. 14159265335. There we go. We're there now. So I've made that 2 1s, 2 3s, and 3 5. So 3.1415926535. It's to 11. Yeah, so it's definitely 5. We'll lock in C, please.
Said the key words. You're locking in C. Yeah, Devin chat. If the mob only had 7 seconds to work this answer out without the sneak peek, that would have been hideously cruel. But that is the nature of the game sometimes. Luckily, you were able to see it, and there were no trick answers either. You've gone for C5. As you were calling it out, as you were sort of working out, I was like, yeah, I agree with these numbers that you're calling out. Did you count correctly, though? Is it C? Yes, it is C.
Still
going strong here. Just 2 AI getting that one wrong. AI number 83 and number 51 getting eliminated, which means you are hanging there, just 1 away now from making it 500,000 doots. Still our human players are standing there. We still have Toot, Tipster, Samster, Zeus, Claire, JB Henry, and Shapes, as well as 4 AI as well. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I think my previous, well, the only time I was the one before I got 250,000. So if I could pop that, that would be good. The questions are still falling very well. I have wood here. I am currently touching it.
All right. Well, let's see if the next question continues that trend. We're going German again. What composer's last name translates from German into English as stream? That is the question. And again, we're hitting this German potential knowledge here. What do you want to do, Lewis? Do you want to take the quarter mil that's still standing there, or do you want to take on the remaining 11 mob members?
Gonna take the mob, please.
Gonna take on the mob. Could be some trick answers coming up, maybe? Let's find out. Your possible options are Johann Sebastian Bach, Hermann Bloom, Christoph Gluck. Mob, lock in your answers, please. What composer's last name translates from German into English as stream? Is it Johann Sebastian Bach, Hermann Bloom, or Christoph Gluck? Mob is in. Lewis, any ideas here?
Yeah, I'm happy with this one. I mean, Bloomer is flower, Gluck is happiness or luck. So, Bach, I had it in my head as like Brook or something, or sort of Stream as Stromer. But yeah, I'm going to go for Johann Sebastian Bach. A. Lock it in.
Okay. Shapes in chat. This is my fault for asking for a French question. Yeah, you get a German question instead. You've gone for Bach. It's not Tchaikovsky, at least. Is it Bach in this case? You say it never is until everybody forces it to be. Is it Bach? It is Bach, yes. Anyone get that one wrong? JB Henry and AI number Nice got that one wrong. Which does mean you've hit that threshold. You're now up to 500,000 doots. And you're 9 away from knocking them all out and getting the million. And also in the very strong position of still having all of the helps in hand as well. Those helps are going to become rather interesting with so few people left in the mob. But we'll see how and if you even need to use helps. It might be that the next question knocks them all out and you just take the million away. You seem to be having such a good amount of luck with the questions coming up. Let's find out what your next question could be. Which of these countries has an image of a parrot on its official flag? Obviously not going to show you the flags nor the names of the countries right now, but that is the question. How's your vexillologies, Lewis T? Do you want to take the 500,000 dukes, or do you want to play against the mob?
Yeah, flags is a strong area for me as well. I'm going to take the mob.
Let's keep going then. Will someone buckle? Let's find out. Your options are Dominica, Papua New Guinea, and Uganda. Mob, please lock in your answers. Which of these countries has an image of a parrot on its official flag? Is it Dominica, Papua New Guinea, or Uganda? And the Mob is in. Lewis, you
Yep,
happy with these options?
I am. It's Dominica. So we'll lock in A.
Okay, pretty simple. We said that. Okay. Now, Toots in chat was saying, oh, the one I wanted didn't show up. Well, be interesting to see how that plays out. You've gone for A, Dominica. Correct answer is A, Dominica. Yes, still going strong, still with all of your helps in hand. Toot did get it right, though, and has survived. AI number 30, AI number 59 getting knocked out now. We only have one AI player left, and that is AI number 6. The remainder are all human players. 6 human, 1 AI. 1 versus 7. Toot was saying, thought it was Caribbean. Fair enough. Well, that's what we've got left for you here, Lewis T. And you still have all your helps in hand. This is crazy. I mean, imagine if you had played the Dutch game and you had these questions come up in that order. Just imagine the value that you would currently be playing with. Oh, well. We're playing the US game. You still got 500,000, which is a crazy amount, and could potentially rocket you into first place on the leaderboard because I think Car is currently in the lead on the Duke leaderboard at about 700,000. So that is currently your aim. Let's have a look. Oh, 800,000. My bad. It has bumped up a bit. 800,000 Dukes is currently the target. Let's find out what your next question could be. If you want to feel your TMJ, which best describes where you should place your fingers? That is your question. Can you work it out? What do you want to do, Lewis? Do you want to take the 500,000 Dukes? Or do you want to play against the mob?
Yeah, I'm happy with this one as well. Let's take the mob, please.
Okay. Potentially knows what TMJ is all about. Let's find out. Thank you, White Shadow, for this question. Your options are in front of your ears, above your upper lips, or between your eyebrows. Bob, lock in your answers now. If you want to feel your TMJ, which best describes where you should place your fingers? Is it in front of your ears, above your upper lips, or between your eyebrows? Mob is locked in. So, you've got an idea here then, Lewis?
Yes, and I've got a really weird story behind this. I was born in the dentist waiting room, and I was just reading posters about dentistry, and they mentioned a temporomandibular joint, which is just in front of the ears. I was reading the options, and it's sort of I'm tapping it now. It's sort of, I think where the upper jaw meets the lower jaw, so sort of there. But yeah, it's definitely in front of the ears, so we'll go with A, please.
Lock it in?
Yes, please.
Yeah, a couple of other people also heard what I thought I heard the first time when he said you were born in a dentist's waiting room, not bored. So, yeah, bored in a dentist's waiting room, not born. That would have been a very different thing. That if you were born in a dentist's waiting room and you were just reading things as soon as you were born. You've gone for in front of your ears. The correct answer is the correct answer, yes. Very strong knowledge. Toot, the only one getting that one wrong of our remaining players, means we're now 1 versus 6. 5 human and 1 AI. AI number 6 is still standing there. And yet, we're still here with no helps used. This is phenomenal. I mean, what's your thoughts right now, Lewis?
In a word, But, yeah, the questions are still falling incredibly well for me. If there's more questions about, like, the contents of dentist waiting rooms, that would be fantastic. But yeah, let's keep going. I'm sure the 1930s film will come up next just to spite Toot, but let's see.
That would be really inopportunely timed there for Toot if that was the case, but let's find out. No. The snow leopard is also known by what name? That is the question. We're not going to give you the options. I feel there might be some tricksiness afoot right here. what do you want to do, Lewis? Do you want to play against this wonderful mob of 6, or do you want to take that 500,000 dukes? It's still tempting you there. What do you want to do?
I feel like the options are going to make this one easier. I've got an answer in mind, but as you say, it's very open to tricksiness. So let's take the mob.
Gonna take on the mob. Well, you still have all 4 helps in hand, although their helpfulness might be diminishing day by day. Your options are an ounce, a ton, or a gram. Mob, lock in your answers. The snow leopard is also known by what name? Is it an ounce, a ton, or a gram? The mob is in. Lewis, is that what you're expecting to see?
Yeah, luckily the answer I was thinking was there. I was expecting to try and work out how many grams there are in an ounce, but luckily I don't. Is it 20, 28, 29, maybe? I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, it's an ounce, so we will lock in A.
Okay. I mean, it definitely wasn't what I was expecting, Dev, but given that we've had a question previously in the past about a pig's genus name being sus,
Oh, that was...
I was like, where is this going? Is this going to be something similar to that? And it kind of is. We've gone with ounce as our option here, as our answer. Is the correct answer ounce? Thank you for the follow there, JAFPL, Jafpal. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that, but welcome nonetheless. Ounce is the correct answer, yes. We're still moving on, still with all 4 helps in hand. They all got it right. AI number 6 is still standing. We move straight on to our next potential question. It's an F1 question. In 2020, F1 is racing some tracks multiple times in the season, but giving them different official names. What was the name given to the second running of the Red Bull Ring Circuit in 2020? Now, I seem to remember this. I believe it was a sneak peek question at one point, but was not claimed by the player last time round. Lewis, are you going to be the one to claim to play this question, or do you want to bail and take those 500,000 dukes?
F1 is not my strong point, but I've got 4 helps. Let's go for it. I feel like this could trip some people that are still in up. So
We're going to take on the mob?
Let's play. Take on the mob.
All right. 1 versus 6. So what was the name given to the second running of the Red Bull Ring Circuit in 2020? Oh, I wrote this one. Your options are Styrian, Carinthian, or Bergenlanden. Mob, locking your answers now. In 2020, F1 has raced some tracks multiple times in the season, but giving them different official names. What was the name given to the second running of the Red Bull Ring Circuit in 2020? Is it Styrian, Carinthian, or Bergenlanden? Now, there is a thing, because I have been the one that's written the question, that does mean Ask the Host is out of the question, because I do know the answer to this question. So unfortunately, just by that help is out, but the other 3 are still available. What do you want to do, Lewis?
I know this one. I was reading the question first, and I've massively overthought it. I remember there being a Styrian Grand Prix, and because I'm quite up on my German-speaking world affairs, I was like, oh, well, why don't they just call it the Austrian Grand Prix? It's like, oh yeah, because the Austrian Grand Prix was like the week before. And because I know in 2020 they started sort of having several Grand Prix, because that's the plural, I think, in the same country. There was sort of a couple in Italy maybe in that, but yeah, there was definitely a Styrian Grand Prix, and I don't remember any of the other 2. Did it attract multiple times, given them official name, second. I'm pretty sure there were only 2 Austrian Grand Prix. The first one was the Austrian, the second one would have been the Styrian. I want to go for it. Let's lock in Styrian A, please.
You said the key words. Now, what I could say of these 3 possible options is these are all names of regions within Austria, like the equivalent of what the Bundesländer would be in Austria. And they're all
still
pretty.
called Bundesländer.
Are they actually called that in Austria?
Yes.
Well, and they're all pretty close to where the track is, where the Red Bull Ring circuit is as well. You've gone for Styrian. Correct answer is... It is the Styria Grand Prix, yes! Very well played. Zeusless, the only one getting that one wrong. It's now 1 versus 5. 4 humans, and AI number 6 is still standing. The AI is still there. I, for one, welcome our new computer overlords. So, Tipster, Sampster, Claire, Shapes, and AI number 6 still hanging on. And so are you. 1 versus 5, still with all your helps in hand as well. You didn't even need the Ask the Host for that particular occasion. Wow. Well, let's just keep this train rolling. Can anything stop Lewis? Maybe it's this question. Which of the following is not a perfect number? We're going We're going back to maths. We're going back to... You get... Well, it could be a trick. It could be some trick options coming up in a moment, but that, if anything, is going to make it even worse for the mob if it is. What do you want to do, Lewis? Do you want to take the 500,000 dudes, or do you want to take on the mob?
Mob, definitely.
Okay, we shall do it then.
I'm trying to cut down their thinking time, Ash.
This one comes courtesy of Dogfish, which the following is not a perfect number. Your options are... the 3rd triangular number, the 5th triangular number, or the 7th triangular number. Mob, lock in your answers now. Which of the following is not, I repeat, not a perfect number? Is it the 3rd, the 5th, or the 7th triangular number? Solve for X. Mob is in. They did not have a lot of time to work that one out. Lewis, thoughts?
Yeah, so I'm happy with this one because there's a formula for the triangular numbers.
There is indeed.
So, I remember, I think, my maths teacher got me to work out the next perfect number after 28 to shut me up, and it turns out it's 496. I know, but the formula is half n plus 1. And I think that... So let's plug them all in. So half of 3 is 1.5 times 4, which is 6. So it's not A. So half of 5, 2.5 times. Wait, have I messed up here? No, I haven't. Times n plus 1. So 2.5 times 6 is 15. That is not perfect. So that is promising. 7 triangular number, so 7 over 2 is 3.5, so 3.5 times 8 is 24 plus 4, 28, which is perfect. We don't have to get up to 496 this time. almost disappointingly. So yeah, so the 5th triangular number is 15, and that is not perfect. So let's go for B. We'll lock in B.
Okay. I was going to Sampster, but he kind of wrapped up everything before I pressed the button, so...
He wasn't going to put the timer on me, was he?
Oh, I nearly was. You've gone for the 5th triangular number. Which is the correct answer, yes. Really, really strong performance, even from our human players as well. They all still surviving. Let's move on to another question. Which of these fictional beings is not an exarch? Whatever the hell an exarch is. Well, that is the question that you'll face if you want to play it. You still have all your helps in hand. You're still only facing 5 players. What do you want to do, Lewis? You want to take the 500,000 or take the mob?
Oh. Take on the mob, definitely. Let's do it.
Okay. That question again, which of these fictional beings is not an exarch? Your options are a former Elder Aspect Warrior in Warhammer 40k, a being of extraordinary power in Forgotten Realms, or a legendary artifact creature in Magic the Gathering. Well, this is niche knowledge and a half. Which of these fictional beings is not an exarch? mob is in. Lewis, what's he thinking?
Okay, this is why I saved the helps for this stage of the game. Let's see here. So, Exarch, I mean, it could do something to do with Patriarch, or someone that is fairly senior. I feel like you have more knowledge about these specific options, so I'm going to start by asking the host, please.
You're gonna ask me?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. Let's see what I think. Got no freaking clue.
Ow.
Never played Warhammer or Warhammer 40k. Never played Forgotten Realms. I've never even played Magic the Gathering, so I have no freaking clue whatsoever. I don't even know what Exarch is on its own. This is just... I've got nothing. Literally nothing. It would be a 1 in 3 guess. My 1 in 3 guess would be because I like card games more, I'll go Magic the Gathering. But that's the only reasoning, is because I like card games more, and that's not a good reason in any way to do a logic game here. So, sorry, I've got nothing for you. That's my final answer.
Oof. Okay, now, so Patriarch, I mean, a being of extraordinary power sounds roughly in line with what I think an Exarch could be. So if we knock out B for now, at least, let's ask them. Yeah, this is really niche as a question. So I think let's make sure I'm down the right mob here. So ask the mob is where we have 2 people with opposing answers. So we'll do that, and hopefully one of them's picked B, which I'm leaning towards thinking is wrong.
So you're gonna ask the mob, yeah?
Yes, please.
Okay. So this is going to pick 2 of our remaining mob members out at random. 1 has given the correct answer. 1 has given an incorrect answer. Obviously, it won't tell you which is right and which is wrong, but it'll tell you what option they picked. Now, also worth mentioning here, we are down to just 5 members. It is entirely possible that either everybody gives the same correct answer, or everybody has given incorrect answers. In both of those scenarios, this help will just deactivate because it will not be able to show 1 right and 1 wrong. So let's find out. Will it light 2 players up, or will we just destroy the help and move on? It does pick 2. We have Claire and Shapes, and they have gone for C and A. Does mean B is a wrong answer. We know that now, logically speaking, that B is a wrong answer. Claire went with A, the Warhammer 40k aspect warrior. Shapes has gone with C, the artifact creature in Magic the Gathering. Now both of those players are able to describe any reasoning they have for their answers. They do not have to be truthful in their reasoning for their answers, but we would like to open up the floor to them if they want to give any description. And once we have received some message, or we've just reasonably waited, then we move on. So Claire, Shapes, why did you give your answers? Claire has no basis for her guess of A, so good luck with that. And Shapes, total guess, tried to etymology something from Exarch, maybe outside of power, but that's as far as I get. So those are the reasonings there. Nothing from Claire, and pretty much a total guess from Shapes, but potentially some etymological reason with outside of power.
Yeah.
We know for sure, though, that the answer is not B.
Okay, so I was on the right lines before, or something that might resemble the right lines.
I'm going to be a cruel person now, a cruel host, and put the clock on.
Right, so Exarch, I mean, sounds human, a legendary artifact creature, not... I feel like Shapes has more solid reasoning, and I don't know. I've got to go for it, don't I? So let's.
We still have 2 helps.
Lock in C.
We've said the key word.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. Are they called Exarchs? Is this? Am I?
You've done it now. It is now locked in. You've gone with C, a legendary artifact creature in Magic the Gathering. This was my random 1 in 3 guess because I like card games. This was Shapes' answer because potentially maybe outside of power, but that's only as far as Shapes has gotten. You've dismissed Claire's answer, and we know we've definitely dismissed B as an answer because of the Ask the Mob logically ruling it out. Is the correct answer C? It is C! I completely are indeed into it. Claire,
damn.
Samster, and AI number 6 got that one wrong. We are left with 2 human players, Tipster and Shapes. Now, I'll just describe what would have happened here in the case of you using Trust the Mob. We would look at just the human players to start with in that, which meant, because there was potentially a tie for correct and wrong there, we would have given you the benefit of the doubt and locked you in on the correct answer, so Trust the Mob would have been a valid play on that question.
Ooh.
But now we're down to just 2 players, which makes Trust even more interesting because only one of them needs to give a correct answer for Trust to work in your favour. But of course, one of them has to be correct for that to work.
Okay.
We're now
So,
1 versus 2.
Trivia?
Let's find out. Are you ready to see what your next question is?
Let's see it.
Here we go. Okay. What's the capital of Wisconsin? We're going back to the States, I think. Unless there's another place called another area of Wisconsin, I don't know. But apparently, that is the question you are facing with 500,000 dukes on the line and just 2 mob members left. What do you want to do here, Lewis? Do you want to take that 500,000? You still have 2 helps, or to take on the mob of Tipster and Shapes?
Okay, I know this one and I'm insured in case it takes a bit of a veer, so let's take the mob on, please.
We are moving on to very sketchy territory. This comes courtesy of Milk-Like Substance. What is the capital of Wisconsin? Your options are the German Athens of America, the Berkeley of Midwest, or the toilet paper capital of the world. Well, those are certainly some options. Mob, lock in your answers. What is the capital of Wisconsin? Is it the German Athens of America, the Berkeley of the Midwest, or the toilet paper capital of the world? Lewis, any reasoning here?
My insurance policy has been burnt up and thrown out of the window. I was like, oh yeah, I mean, I can say what the answer is now, can't I?
You're free to say whatever you want right now.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that the mob can do anymore to sway your opinion.
Well, yeah, so the capital of Wisconsin is Madison. And he was the 4th president. It's like, oh yeah, it'll be the 4th president, that's fine. But, that's sort of... So... Toilet paper. I don't know much about American toilet paper production. German Athens. I mean... The German diaspora in America, I don't think lives up that way. That's the only logic I've got here. The Berkeley of the Midwest. So that's like a university, like a bit of universities. I mean, toilet paper. Where? I mean, would you make toilet paper cheaply? There probably is toilet paper capital of the world. Is it? I don't know. So let's hold the mob on B, please.
Is that what you want to do? You want to poll for B, yeah?
Yes, please, yeah.
We have just 2 players to poll. This is very interesting. We've never used poll the mob at such a late game. But here we go. Tipster, Shapes, did either of you say B? Tipster did. Shapes didn't.
Okay. That's interesting.
So that is what we have to consider here. We know potentially at least one elimination if you succeed in this question. Maybe two, depending on if either of them are wrong, or both of them are wrong, should I say. But at least there is a difference of opinion between these two players.
Yeah, so if I trust the mob, I've got a 2 in 3 chance of getting it right and going through, because it'll...
There is some meta potentially in doing that.
If one of their 2 answers that we know are different are right, I'm in.
So
let's clock right.
What do you want to do?
I
fancy
my chances. Let's trust the mob.
Confirm you want to trust the mob.
Yes, please. Lock it in.
We are now locked into our human player's most popular answer. Now, obviously, if either of them are correct, that does mean it's going to be you versus that one after this question. So you're still not going to be completing with 1 million. If both of them are wrong, then you are leaving with nothing, and so are they. It's a net zero or zero-sum game. Let's find out. What answer is he going to lock you in on? It's favoured tipster with the Berkeley of the Midwest.
I'm happy with that.
So is tipster correct? I know it's not score, I know, but I'm just saying it because I know it irritates people.
It's a prisoner's dilemma.
Oh, he said it! The Berkeley of the Midwest is what you locked in. Is that the correct answer? It is the correct answer! So that does mean we know what's about to happen. Shapes, valiant effort up to that point. But we have to say goodbye to you. And it is now a 1 versus 1 scenario on 500,000 dudes. You have no more helps left now, Lewis. You do at least still get to see a sneak peek of the next question, whether you want to play it or not. If you do decide to play it, then obviously you can only give me a correct answer. There are no more helps to play with. And if you are able to give me a correct answer and tipster does not, then you are walking away with 1 million. However, if the converse happens, if you give me a wrong answer if you decide to play, but tipster gets it right, then tipster is the sole winner of that 500,000 that you have currently built up. You ready to see the next question?
Let's have a look at it and hope it's something in my wheelhouse.
Which of these actors once had a trial for the Cincinnati Reds baseball team? It's a sports and film line question, potentially. So, tipster in chat is very interestingly saying, take the money, please, I beg you.
Is this 4D chess?
It is your choice to make, though, Lewis. 500,000 dudes could be yours if you just walk away right now and say, I want to take the money. Or do you want to have a look at the question? If you do, you must give me a correct answer to stay in the game. What do you want to do? Money or mob?
That's not a year in the question. Okay. I don't know it. Will the options help? Will the options help? I feel like... do I call tipster's bluff here? I mean, you can replace Dukes, can't you? Let's do it.
Take it on the mob?
Yes.
So we are locked into playing the question. Which of these actors once had a trial for the Cincinnati Reds baseball team? Your options are Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg, and George Clooney. One is correct. Lock in your answers now, mob. Which of these actors once had a trial for the Cincinnati Reds baseball team? Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg, or George Clooney? Tipster is locked in. Also says, I have no idea on this one. So, Lewis, You have to give me a correct answer to stay in. What's your thoughts?
Okay. I have residual actor trivia just going round in my head. Is this one of them? I'm leaning towards. What am I leaning towards? The trust, etc. So it's going to be less competitive for an older actor, perhaps. So this is where I pretend to know how old they all are. I don't. Clooney's the older of the three, so maybe he's more likely to have had a trial for the. I don't know about the athletic ability. They're probably all like pretty. No, that's just not a line of inquiry. It is Mark Wahlberg. I thought he was like a. Did he do like philanthropy and that kind of stuff?
I'm gonna put the clock on.
Yeah, I'm out of helps, not lifelines. They're legally distinct. I mean, I think clearly he's the older of the three, and you're more likely to.
20 seconds.
The standard might have been lower back then. I've got to. Okay. Just going to spend the next 10 seconds talking myself into this
10
one.
seconds.
Lock in. Clooney, we're doing it. We're doing it.
You said that keyword.
Someone to tell me in chat that he's not the oldest.
We have locked in C. George Clooney. Tips in chat. I begged you not to play this, and also he literally slammed all 3 buttons and let fate decide. You have gone with Clooney. Toot says that's what I would have said.
That helps.
That seems to be a good indicator, but is that the correct answer? George Clooney, will you light up? Yes! Now, has Tipster got it right? Yes, Tipster did get it right. We move on to another question.
Damn it!
According to Chris Broad from his podcast Abroad in Japan, who is the certified Japanophile? Oh my god. Now, if you had Ask the Host still in play, now this would be very helpful because I know exactly what all those words mean. But I don't know if you do. 500,000 doots on the line, though. What do you want to do? Do you want to take the 500,000 doots, or do you want to play against the mob?
These are words. These are words.
They are words. I can confirm they are at least words.
I mean, these are words that I understand. It's not a question I know. So there's this one Japanophile that I don't know the identity of.
Money or mob?
I'm not a huge podcast fan at all. It has been great. And I mean, if I take my not to the options, but it won't keep me up at night if I take the money here. I mean, Clooney was divine intervention. I can't risk it again. I just can't. I think I will. I prefer Germany to Japan for trivia. I'm gonna. I wish I'd kept that Ask the Host, because I feel like you do know this one.
Oh, I would have a very good idea.
Yeah, given I've got no way to reverse time and sort of get the Ask the Host back, I'm going to take the doots, please.
Lock it in, taking the money.
Lock it in. It's been a hell of a game. I can't.
Absolutely, it has been a hell of a game. Going all that way. 1 versus 1. And you walk away 500,000 doots the richer. Congratulations there, Lewis. That was just a phenomenal performance. Like, nearly the whole way without using a single help. And then we just hit a brick wall and it suddenly got super duper hard. But you are a winner.
Yeah, I'm going to give that podcast a listen tonight, and I'll probably not forget whoever the Japanophile is in a hurry.
Well, I'm not going to say anything to spoil it on for other players. But yeah, there's a specific. I think I know exactly who has authored said question as well, because they are the only other person I know has explicitly mentioned an interest in Chris Broad and the general abroad in Japan kind of stuff. So I think I know who has written it, and if it is, then that's quite an old question in the database. But we won't know until it does come up again. Exactly, Mark. It's now returning back in the database, and we'll come back later on if someone decides to push their luck just as far as you had done right there, Lewis T. But
yeah, well, I thought Chris Broad was a cricketer at first, and then I realised that was Stuart Broad. So that was my mind telling me not to go for it.
Well, congratulations, 500,000 Dukes to the Richer.
Thank you very much.
In fact, you got an extra 3,150 in there as well because of extra eliminations along the way. And nice. That does currently rank you in second place on the leaderboard according to our systems here. You currently have, if I put the actual command in, 819,791. You're behind Car by about 20,000 Dukes. So very close at the top of the leaderboard there. Oh, I hope you had a whole load of fun with that game, Lewis.
Oh, that was really fun. Just all of those questions that were just almost written for me. And then some ones I could logic out, and then just the couple that were just panic and educated guess.
Well, you educated guess all the way up to 500,000 Duke win. Thank you very much for playing. Have a great weekend. Are you, because I know you were talking about it in Discord the other day, are you going to be doing Quiz League of London or Buzzer Thing, potentially?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. And I am away this weekend. I'm starting a new job soon, which is kind of exciting.
Congratulations on the new job.
So I'm away this weekend, but I think we'll probably do something perhaps Sunday evening, maybe Monday or Tuesday, because Wednesday I'm out. So if anyone fancies it, we do buzzer quizzes with questions that aren't made for buzzer quizzes, which is really chaotic and fun. And we do QLL summer friendlies, which are also really just... They're cozy quizzes. Ape, sue me.
Absolutely. Also, yeah, Ape is doing a cozy quiz late tonight as well.
That's bad.
Doing it. I think Ape is doing it as a pre-run before he does it actually live, as so using us as a sort of proving ground. But yeah, cozy quiz is on, I believe, late tonight, if my memory serves from the schedule. Thank you, Lewis T. Absolutely phenomenal player, and have a great weekend, and good luck on your job and everything.
Thank you very much.
Take care. See you later.
Bye, Ash. Bye.
Bye. He's won, really. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Only greatly appreciated, and also to all the other bits that came through that I didn't check. Matt with the 100 bits, and also the 500 bits from earlier on in the game that I didn't acknowledge earlier. Thank you very much for all those kind bits. Well, have a look at this leaderboard here. There's only one player that's lit up in green. I think we all know what that means, and what that means for our next player. It's the Penguin! Let's get the flails in chat. Good evening, Tipster. How are you doing?
Good evening. I'm doing okay, shaking like a leaf, and you
had the rough deal in that game, being in the mob. That is a phenomenal performance to get all that way.
There's a reason I was begging Lewis to take the money. And that's because it was getting so tense that my entire abdomen is tensing up right now.
Oh, blooming heck. Well, we're at the beginning of the game. We can relax for a little bit. We're at the beginning of the game. It should be fairly easy to start with. I mean, it depends on the game you want to play. You might want to play the Dutch game and just, go back into that tension mode again. But yeah, your decision, Tipster, on what you want to do. And just that was crazy performance. Yeah, world is your oyster, or world is your, or your whatever, your larder maybe. What do you want to do?
I've had enough panic for one day, so let's go easy with the US. But can I ask to do it in chat so I can press the buttons?
Yeah, you can do it that way. If you want to press the buttons yourself, then that's absolutely fine. So we will do that. We'll start the game in chat, but also in voice. It all makes sense in the end.
It's fine.
So yeah, you're the one in control of your destiny, but you're going to vocalize things to me. You're going to use your flippers, absolutely.
Yeah.
You ready to play?
As ready as I will ever be.
All right. Good luck to you, tipster. It is 1 versus 100, and your first question is: after Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which of these phrases was colloquially used as a replacement for jump the shark? Was it nuke the fridge, blast the oven, or shatter the candelabra? Mob, lock in your answers. After Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which of these phrases was colloquially used as a replacement for jump the shark? Was it nuke the fridge, blast the oven, or shatter the candelabra? I need to use that word more, candelabra. Tipster, any thoughts?
I'm kind of happy for the options here, because I wasn't aware that jump the shark had been phased out by this particular phrase. I'm going to lock in A, nuke the fridge.
All right. Are we going to nuke the fridge here? Correct answer. This is the correct answer. Who got it wrong, or who failed to answer to the correct thing? We have quite a few eliminations there. Silent Marine, Minky, Milk Like Toad Boy, Anster, SLR, Riff, ABME, Potodan, JAF, and TJ, and a few AI there getting knocked out for a total of 16. Toad Boy saying never heard of this before. Fair enough then. Not being able to get the right answer there if you've never heard of it before. They're only easy if you know the right answer, and that's a quote from a different show. Tipster, you're already up to 1,000 dukes, which means you've got a decision to make. What do you want to do? Do you want to take the 1,000 dukes, or do you want to play against the mob? Now, earlier, you were playing for like 500,000 dukes on the line. So, do you want to get back up to there, or do you just want to take it easy and just get out?
It'd be really anticlimactic if I walked away with the dukes now. It'd be hilarious, but anticlimactic. I am going to typing in the words now. Take them on.
All right, let's keep going then. Question number 2. In 2021, who unsuccessfully challenged Magnus Carlsen for the World Chess Championship? Was it Neo Nepomniachtchi, Alreza Firuja, or Ding Liren? Mob, lock in your answers. Those are some names. In 2021, who unsuccessfully challenged Magnus Carlsen for the World Chess Championship? Was it Ian Nepomniachtchi, Alireza Firuja, or Ding Liren? Goodness me. Tipster, do any of these names mean anything to you?
They are names. I'm not entirely familiar with. I'm not entirely familiar with any of them. So I would like to. I'm not even sure if the mob is going to be this good on this. I'd like to ask the mob, please.
Okay, ask the mob. And there it goes. So this is going to pick 2 mob members out at random, one correctly answering, one incorrectly answering. They'll give their indication of A, B, or C. That's all we'll get from them. Well, that's what we'll get from them automatically, and then they'll be able to give a reason as to why they gave their answers. We have 2 names picked out. We've got Dev that went with C, Ding Liren, and we have M622 went with A, Ian Nepomniachtchi. So Dev and M622, you are free to give your reasoning why you went with your answers. Also does mean that by logical exploration, we know that the answer B, Alireza Firuja, is completely wrong. M622 that went with A was just a random choice. I have no idea who these people are. Okay. And just awaiting a a deliberation from Dev, and then we'll be able to move on there. I have absolutely no idea. Apologies. Tip. So you have random choice, and I have no idea on A and C. So the knowledge we worked from there is it's not B.
Okay. Let's poll.
Okay, we're going to poll the mob, and we're going to go for A, which does have a majority. 53 of our remaining 84 mob members did go with A, Ian Nepomniachtchi. I have no idea if that is actually the correct way of pronouncing it, but I'm going to continue to stick to that pronunciation. But it is a majority of our remaining mob members, so maybe that's the correct answer by majority, but it could be minority that is the right answer. But we know it's between A and C. So, what are you thinking on that one, Tipster?
So, it was the majority of the mob who said that, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm going to lock in A, and if it's right, fantastic, we move on. If it's wrong, I'm taking most of the mob down with me.
Fair enough. He's sinking the iceberg with the majority if it is wrong. Let's find out. 1,000 Dukes at risk. Is the answer A, Ian Nepomniachtchi? It is. Well done, Bob. You were right in the majority.
Ooh.
Does mean who you're going to get knocked out. We've got Fraser, Matt, Pyropygmy, Dev, Oni, Cyclespace, Joe, Danny, Sportsy, Riskwin, Brig, and Topper all getting that wrong, and 18 AI on top of that. It's a total of 30 eliminations. Brings you up to 25,000 Dukes, and you are just 4 mob members away from the halfway point where the game gets a bit more interesting and we get to see a sneak peek, but we're not there yet. So, got a decision to make. It's now suddenly from 1 to 25,000 Dukes. Do you want to take those Dukes, which you're pointing at very nicely with your avatar there, or do you want to take on the mob?
Yes, do you like my Vanna White cosplay?
Nice job.
Let's take on the mob.
All right, we're going to continue on. 1 versus 54, your next question in. Now you see me. What do the magicians call themselves as? Were they the chessmen, the horseman, or the talesman? Mob, lock in your answers now. In Now You See Me, what do the magicians call themselves? Were they the chessmen, the horsemen, or the talesmen? Or chessmen, horsemen, talesmen? Depending on your way of swearing or not. Tipster, any thoughts?
Oh, blooming heck. This is a movie that I've been meaning to see for a while. Because it's magicians doing a heist. Like... What more could you want? But it hasn't really, like, I haven't caught up with a lot of the backlog of movies. Question is, have you seen this?
I can't say anything until you say the magic words.
I think the mob are going to do fairly well by me on this, so I'm going to trust.
Okay, so that does mean you're going to be automatically locked in to the mob's most popular answer. Just for your idle curiosity here, I've not seen this film, so
fantastic.
I would have not been much help here in giving me an answer. It would have been, again, a bit more of a 1 in 3. But you are trusting the mob instead, so let's see. What have they locked you in on? They've gone for the horseman.
Okay.
Got 25,000 Dukes at risk here. They've locked you in on the horseman. Is that the correct answer? Is the correct answer.
They've saved me there because I genuinely wasn't considering that one.
Wow. Well, thank you, mob. And Well, despite it being a majority answer, quite a few getting knocked out, actually. Player 2 Start, Akudi, Jers, JB Henry, Maple Yamanote, Inca, Cartquiz, Workquiz, and M622 all getting knocked out on that question. As well as a few AI. Total of 16 eliminations there. Brings you past the halfway threshold. You're now on 75,000 doots. And you are 8 away from... Oh, that 6-figure territory that we were at just about 10 minutes ago. So, we are in sneak peek territory. Are you ready to see sneak peek in the next question, Tipster?
Yes, please.
Let's find out. Your next question, if you decide to play it, is... which of these Spider-Man film series was the most recent? Which of these Spider-Man film series was the most recent? We're doing more film stuff. Well, that's the question you'll face if you want to play it. But you might just want to bail right now. It's another film question. Maybe you don't want to play this one. Do you want to take the 75,000 doots, or do you want to play against the mob?
Those 6 figures are very tempting. And I've still got a help.
You do still have me as a help, which is worrying.
I'm not sure how you are on Spider-Man, but I'm going to take on the mob.
Okay. So, courtesy of Theory, this question again, which the Spider-Man film series was the most recent. The options are the one starring Tom Holland, the one starring Andrew Garfield, or the one starring Tobey Maguire. Mob, lock in your answers now. Which of the Spider-Man film series was the most recent? The one starring Tom Holland, the one starring Andrew Garfield, or the one starring Tobey Maguire? Mob is in. Tipster, any thoughts?
I'm glad that it went this way. I'm fairly sure that it's. Unless there's like a
I'm sorry, there's a
curveball.
really weird reason why I'm laughing right now, and I will explain if we finish the question.
I'm gonna. As far as I know, the new Spider-Man film has Tom Holland as the web-slinging superhero, so I'm gonna go with A, Tom Holland.
Okay. You've gone with the one starring Tom Holland. Correct answer is... It is the one starring Tom Holland. And I'm not going to say any more because of spoilers.
Oh no.
But there's those that know
Oh
know
no.
what I'm on about right now, and I can't say anything. If you know, you know.
You know. I am aware of the movie.
So
Again,
everybody else,
haven't seen it.
Don't say anything. But if you know, you know, and I can't say any more than that. I would have known that 100%, obviously. You're still on 75,000 doots, and you're 6 away from 6-figure sum. Let's see a sneak peek of the next question. Which country celebrates Sea Day despite being landlocked? Huh, what an interesting question. Well, you're not going to see the options, but that is the question you will face if you decide to play it. What do you want to do? Do you want to take the 75,000 doots? Or do you play it against the mob?
I think I'm going to take on the mob.
Okay. It is 1 versus 36. Which country celebrates Sea Day despite being landlocked? Your options are Ethiopia, Paraguay, or Bolivia. Mob, lock in your answers. Question again, which country celebrates Sea Day despite being landlocked? Is it Ethiopia, Paraguay, or Bolivia? Mob is in. Tipster, any
Okay.
thoughts?
So, as far as I know, Ethiopia and Paraguay have some form of kind of port or border with water. I'm just kind of picturing the world map in my head, and I'm like, which one's Paraguay again? Because Paraguay and Uruguay, oh, I get those mixed up a lot. I'm gonna lock in C, Bolivia.
Okay. We've got 75,000 dudes at risk. Is the correct answer C, Bolivia? Yes, it is. Who got it wrong? Mark did, Lupine did, Colo did, Shadowmane did, Shapes did, and 10 AI getting that one wrong. You are now in that magical 6-figure territory, Tipster, sitting at 100,000 dudes. And just tantalizingly close. You're one away from making it 250,000. Just half of what you were playing for earlier.
This is how this game gets you, really, isn't it?
It very much is. You're now 1 away from 250,000, 21 away from the full prize. Let's have a look at the human players we've still got. So we've got Toot, Aaron, DMC and Car at the top row. We've got Jack and Azusus on the next row. Then we've got Sampster. Then we have Cetra and Claire. Then we've got Nata. And then finally we have BC, the Luck Lord himself, down there on podium number 10. How are you feeling at the moment, Tipster? You tensed up, or are you still kind of relaxed?
The tension's starting to build again. I'm having to apply a hot water bottle to my chest at the minute.
Are you ready for your next question?
Yes, and I'm hoping that BC's luck will rub off on me here. 'Cause, oh.
Let's find out. Next question is: on what date did the World Health Organization declare the COVID-19 outbreak a global pandemic? Oh, that's a lovely question, isn't it? That is the question. You're not going to see the options, but that is the question. What do you want to do, Tipsy? Do you want to take the 100,000, or do you want to play against the mob?
I'm fairly confident around this, so I'm going to take on the mob.
Okay. 1 versus 21. Comes courtesy of Cycle Space. This question, your 3 possible options are January 11th, 2020, March 11th, 2020, or February 11th, 2020. Mob, lock in your answers. On what date did the World Health Organization declare the COVID-19 outbreak a global pandemic? Was it January the 11th, March the 11th, or February the 11th of 2020? As a reminder, this is now 2022. Tipster, what's your thoughts?
I started working COVID support in March. It was kind of tail end of March. I stopped being a librarian kind of around then for about a year. And I think the thing that triggered it was that declaration from the World Health Organization. So I'm going to lock in B, March 11th, 2020.
Okay.
As much as I disapprove of the formatting of the date.
Well, that is the format we've got here. March the 11th, 2020 is what you've gone for. Is that the correct answer? It is the correct answer, yes. How many got that one wrong? Aaron and just 2 AI getting that one wrong. Car, what you might be thinking, I don't know if it was as late as that, but I'm trying to think when the UK declared lockdown, and that was certainly shortly after in March.
Yeah, it was
last week in
March.
Last week in March, so it might have been that date you're thinking of, Car, rather than global pandemic being called. Lockdown was 23rd. Okay, very close to the 25th then. Tipster, what it does mean for you, though, is you've now gone up 1 level. You are up to 250,000 dukes now.
Woo.
8 away from where you were earlier at 500,000, and 18 away from the full million. Still have that one help, which is me, which is very worrying at this very high level. But who knows? Maybe the Chris Broad question will just appear again, and suddenly it becomes very useful. But we'll find out. You ready to see your next question?
Yes, I am.
Next question is: which of these are rat-like solitary species that appear in the Moomin Tales by Tove Jansson? Or Jansen, not entirely sure if that is a soft or hard J. But that is the question you'll be facing. What do you want to do, Tipsy? Do you want to take the $250,000 or do you take on the mob?
Well, ever since being kind of tank slapped by the not enough Moomins in a valley question a couple of years ago, I have taken great attention to the Moomins, so I'd like to take on the mob.
Okay. 1 versus 18. This comes courtesy of Swomi-chan, and your options are Philly Yonks or Billy Jonks, Willy Yonks, Willy Jonks, or Silly Yonks or Silly Jonks. Again, not entirely certain on the softness or hardness of that J. But those are the options. Which of these are rat-like solitary species that appear in the Moomin Tales by Tove Jansson? They Philly Yonks, Willy Yonks, or Silly Yonks? I'm just going to go with a soft J because it feels natural to do that with a presumed Scandinavian-ness. Tipster, what's your thoughts?
So the only one that I recognise there is Philly Yonks. So I'd like to lock in A, Philly Yonks.
Okay. It's the one you're familiar with, then. More often than not, that is the right answer to go for. But let's find out. You've gone with A, Philly Yonks. The correct answer is... they are Philly Yonks, yes.
Hey.
Good answer. And I love everybody in chat saying no, actually, and no one can make an agreement on the correct answer. BC, Cetra, and 3AI getting that one wrong. You're now 1 versus 13. You're still at $250,000, but now you're down to just 3 away from making it where you were earlier on this evening. And 13 away from the cool million. Our remaining human players are Toot, DMC, and Car on the top row. Still 3 players on the top row there. Or 3 human players, should I say. We also have AI number 98 there. Jack and Zeusless, Samster, Claire, and Natter. Those are our remaining human players. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 AI players in the mix as well. You ready to see your next sneak peek question, Tipster?
I am, yes.
Your next question for your consideration is: which singer was censured in September 2020 for releasing the protest songs No More Lockdown and Born to Be Free? That is the question that you'll face if you like to play on. But maybe you just want to get out. But this is music, and I know you do like your music questions. So, what do you want to do, Tipsy? Do you want to play, do you want to take the money, or do you want to play against the mob?
Okay. I like my music. I recognise these songs. And worst case scenario, I've still got you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking on the mob.
Okay. 1 versus 13. Courtesy of Lupine 1 is this question, and your options are Michael Stipe, Van Morrison, and Boz Skaggs. Mob, lock in your answers. Which singer was censured in September of 2020 for releasing the protest songs of No More Lockdown and Born to Be Free? Is it Michael Stipe, Van Morrison, or Boz Skaggs? The mob is in. Tipster, does any of those ring a bell?
It does, in fact. The questions are just falling really well for me tonight, apparently.
I mean, the same was for Lewis T earlier, apparently, so...
Yeah, I believe it was Van Morrison, so I'm going to lock in B.
Okay. got a $250,000 dudes at risk here. Is B, Van Morrison, the correct answer? It is the correct answer, yes. Who got it wrong? Let's find out. Oh, just on the edge there. DMC and AI number 60 got it wrong. But not anymore. You're now hanging on 1 versus 11. Still with a $250,000 in the bank at risk. 1 away from $500,000 and 11 away from the top prize. How are you hanging in there, Tipster?
I'm hanging in there. The palpitations are really starting to go. Haven't got the heart rate monitor on today, so
just calm breathing, and
yep,
we'll all be
I
fine.
have my tea. Everything is fine.
Let's have a look in your next question. Who wrote the opera L'Eponina in 1779? It's a simple question, but maybe there be some complex answers. What do you want to do, Tipster? 250,000 dudes at risk here. You're 1 away from getting to the $500,000. It may just be 1 question required to get you back to where you were, and then you can bail out on the same value Lewis T won earlier. What do you want to do? Do you want to play against our mob, or do you want to take the $250,000?
Oh my goodness. This name seems so familiar for some reason. And I can't figure out why.
Money or mob?
I'm going to... still got you as a lifeline. Don't know how you are with opera. But then again, I don't think the mob are that good with opera either.
There's only 11 of them. They're fairly strong players.
Oh, and... there's something in the back of my head that's saying I should know this. So I'm going to take the mob.
Okay. We're gonna go for it. This comes courtesy of Carr, who is in the mob. Who wrote the opera L'Eponina in 1779? Is it Giuseppe Giordani, Giuseppe Verdi, or Giuseppe Posile? Mob locking your answers. Who wrote the opera L'Eponina in 1779? Is it Giuseppe, but which one? Giuseppe Giordani, Giuseppe Verdi, or Giuseppe Posile? Mob is in. Tipster, what's he thinking?
Oh my goodness. Okay. I want to hear your thoughts on this, because maybe it'll bring something out. So I'm going to ask the host.
Okay.
Oh, right. I programmed the button wrong. I put the in the middle. There we go.
Okay. So you are going to ask me. Okay, so... I mean, the obvious opera composer up there is a Verdi. But knowing that Carr has written the question kind of puts me in a way that Verdi seems like such an obvious answer that it won't be the answer here. The thing is, I'm not particularly familiar with a Giordani or Posile. Those names aren't particularly familiar to me. I don't remember them from A-level music. And that's my my level of academia in terms of sort of operatics.
So you don't know Giordani at all?
I'm not familiar with works or really the name, to be honest, of Giordani or Posile. If I were to go for an answer, because unfortunately I don't know the other two, I would probably go for Verdi because it seems like a good shoot, because I know that name as an opera composer. It could be that the other two are nothing to do with opera, they're just artists in another field. I really don't know where we're going with this. If they are all three opera artists, opera composers, then it's probably not Verdi. If Verdi's the only one that is an opera composer, then the answer's Verdi. So if I were playing this question myself, I would lock in Verdi, but with the hesitation of I know Carr's written it and it's probably that's there as a trick.
Do you know when Verdi was kind of when their compositions were? Because I feel like Verdi's too late.
It would be in the ballpark, but I'm not. I'm not entirely certain. I can't remember dates. Like history and remembering dates is one of my worst things, despite being, you know, sort of a computer person that's supposed to deal with numbers on a day-to-day basis. I can never remember dates and years of composers and that. If I were to go for an answer, my answer would be Verdi, and by the law of the game, I have to say that's my final answer.
Oh god, that's really torn me now.
That is the last of the helps, unfortunately, Tipster.
Yeah. So, like you, I Verdi's a name I know, 100%. But I swear, Verdi's. I mean, he could have written it when he was young.
I'm gonna be that guy and put the clock on you.
Push the clock. Okay. Right. I don't think it's Verdi. I'm sorry, Ash.
That's fine. That's fine. I had hesitation.
Giordani or Possier. I'm gonna do what I did last time. I'm gonna push both buttons at the same time and see what happens.
Let's find out. What has your pressing of buttons done? It's gone with A. Giuseppe Giordani. I really don't know at this point. Who wrote the opera L'Eponina in 1779? Your button presses have gone with Giuseppe Giordani.
It's not even me at this point.
With 250,000 dutes at risk. Is that the correct answer? Will it go gold? It will go gold! Woo! Well, put me on 50% in 2022. 4 players getting that one wrong. Natter, Samster, AI number 30, and AI number 29 getting that one wrong. Puts you 1 versus 7, and hey, it's that magic number that you were at in the previous game, 500,000 dutes. How do you feel now, Tipster?
Oh, blooming heck. We've been here before, haven't we?
We have been here before, yes. We have 2 AI still standing and 5 human players.
Okay, so who do I have to beat to get the million?
You have to beat Toot, Carr, the author of that previous question, Jack, Zeusless, Claire, AI number 98, and AI number 32. Those are
AI number 32 is really scaring me. No,
it's a power of 2 number. It's always very strong and very factorable. So,
it's that base 5, you know?
Yeah, very much so. You have no more helps now, so if you want to play a question, you have to do it on your own steam and give a correct answer. Are you ready to see a sneak peek of your next question?
Yeah, let's see a sneak peek.
The question would be, which of these pairs of movies has the longest time between their individual US theatrical releases? So, in essence, you're going to be seeing 6 movies come up in 3 pairs. And which of them has the longest time between their US theatrical releases? Toot obviously saying mob, mob, mob at this point, currently hitting at podium 82 there, just shouting. But it's your decision, Tipster. There's 500,000 dutes at risk. What do you want to do? Do you want to take those dutes or play against this mob?
So, we've learnt already that film is not my strongest point.
You have more thinking time than the mob does here.
Yeah.
There's going to be 6 films come up, and the mob's only got like 10 seconds or so to work all the dates out.
But even if they randomly pick, I've still got another question to go. Probably.
Maybe. We don't know that, though.
We don't know that, but even if all of them go, there's not enough time. Just gonna hit a button and be done with it.
What do you want to do? Money or mob?
And also Toot's in there.
Toot is in there, yes. But Toot might get it wrong.
That's fair.
Toot is not infallible.
No, but I am fallible. I didn't mean to say I'm infallible. Oh, lower your expectations. There's so
Money
much
or mob,
that can go
tipster?
wrong.
Money or mob?
I've got to take the money.
Oh, and that is it.
So much that can go into that question.
So that is the end of the game. Congratulations, Tipster, walking away with a cool 500,000 there. Congratulations. What it does mean, though, is Toot, Car, Jack, Zeus, Claire. Well, we're out of time this evening, but the next time we play 1 versus 100, you are going on the one preference list to be picked as the next one next time round. So get swatting and get ready, and maybe you want to play the Dutch game the next time round we play 1 versus 100. Tipster, you are walking away equal half millionaire versus Lewis T earlier. How do you feel?
Luckily, the tension's all now released, but now I'm left with the lack of adrenaline. And... no,
that's my brand, says Lewis T. Yeah, okay. So you got lower your expectations, and then Lewis T's got Okay, at least you know what you're strong on.
Yep.
Tipster, thank you very much for another awesome game there, getting up to the top echelon, but not quite going all the way to the full million. We've seen you do it before, but unfortunately this time, just not quite the confidence to do it. Thank you very much for playing. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you later. Take care.
You too, mate. You too.
No worries. See you later. Bye. Well, what a great end to the stream there. 2,500,000 winners there in Tipster and Lewis T. And as I also said there, we're going to be picking, next time we play 1 versus 100, for those that are around, we're going to be picking between Claire, Jack Wilfred, Zeusless, Toot, and Car the 7th for the next one. And if I look at my schedule, our next time of playing 1 versus 100 will be on the season finale week on the Wednesday the 23rd of February. So that is the same week that 500 Questions Part 2 will be on. That's on the Saturday of that week. So yeah, it's basically the last full weekend of February is when we will next be playing 1 versus 100. So we will be inviting Claire, Jack, Zeus, Toot, and Car to the RNG pick at the beginning there. And one of those will be our carryover one the next time we play. Well, I hope you all had a absolutely awesome time with 1 versus 100 this evening. Been some really tense moments, some really tense questions in there as well, and some very interesting meta gameplay going on as well with trusting at late staging, going for a 2/3 majority, hoping for the correct answer from Lewis T, and just been it has been 1 versus 100 full, as Riff says. Yeah, you can have a minor laugh for that one. But before we finish this evening, we've got to go for the big camera. Hello, big camera. Hi. I'm going to slide the camera over there because we've got a wheel spin to deal with. So, let me pick a keyword for wheel spin. What's our wheel spin gonna be? It's gonna be if you know, you know. That is going to be our keyword. So, if you want a wheel spin, you need to say, if you know, you know. Because, yeah, it's very spoilerific, really. I wish I could say. But for those that are aware of what I'm on about, then you know. and that's why I'm laughing about it, because it's very funny. But I just can't say anything. Don't worry, you'll know later on. At some point in the near future, I'll be able to say. But for now, I'm not, because the latest film is like literally been out for a couple of weeks. And yeah, spoilers and such. Right, let's find out who is going to get our wheel spin this evening. It's going to be Melodnik. Melodnik is going to get the wheel spin. Congratulations. Let's find out what we're going to get for you as we play the wonderful music. Put the microphone away, and let's find out what you're going to get. It is going to be a weak spin, apparently. And it is a weak prize, unfortunately, but at least something. 5,000 doots there getting added to your total. It is a singular ding, as Scorecat says. I'll give you a second ding, because why not? It's definitely something. That does mean that the jackpot will go up by another 5,000 for the next time. So the next time we spin it, it will be on 70,000 doots. Well, that is it for me this evening. But as I mentioned earlier, there's all sorts of other stuff and shenanigans going on this weekend. We have Let's Buzz On questions that shouldn't be buzzed on happening in about 20 odd minutes time from now. That's being hosted by Aaron in the Discord. There's also Apes Cozy Quiz that's happening tonight, the sort of late night or night over in the States. And Popmaster Pilot is tomorrow. Samson's going to be hosting that, if you like a bit of Popmaster. Then, of course, Ben, Royal_Flush, will be doing his regular Saturday stream at 8 p.m. on Saturday. I won't be there because I'm going out for a late Christmas meal, I suppose you could say, with the band members. Oh, Zeusless. Are you trying to tell some sort of story there, Zeusless? But I'm kind of worried by the 2 visits to the Love Hotel. But appreciate the 100 bits nonetheless. I hope you enjoyed this evening. So yes, Ben, his usual stream on Saturday at 8 p.m. I'm not entirely sure if Quad Stream is back this week, or maybe it's the week after. I've just got the event on a recurring every Saturday. If it is, go and follow Quad Stream Game. It is on this weekend. Wonderful. Thank you, JB Henry, for confirming that. So Quad Stream Game this Saturday at 1 a.m. GMT. Do the maths for the States. Obviously, following that will also be JB Henry with some Video Game Jeopardy and some Wheel After Dark, so go and give him a follow as well. Didn't realise we were playing the Stanley Parable. But okay, thank you for the 100 bits only. Do appreciate those, as always. And the hype train is apparently close, so maybe someone else is going to trigger that. I don't know. But yes, Quora Stream Game, go and follow them. Then JB Henry, go and follow him as well, because he'll be doing, as I say, Video Game Jeopardy and Wheel After Dark following Quora Stream Game. Then we have, on Tuesday, Ben is back again with his regular Tuesday stream. With 88 bits, we have 88. 88. 88, 88, 88, 88, 88, 88. I had to say it because unfortunately it falls below the threshold for text-to-speech, so we just want to continue the 8s there. Thank you for the 88 bits there, JB Henry. I am back next Wednesday with, well, next Wednesday is the Lost Quizmas episode. So we're finally going to finish off Quizmas 2021 with the final Lost Quizmas episode. That's a definite power of 10 there, Danny Gambit. 10 tens does make 100. Thank you for the 100 bits. Power of 10 when? No, I'm not going to do power of 10. So yeah, next Wednesday is the Lost Quizmas episode, and next Friday it's Wipeout. We're going to be playing some Wipeout next week. That's wonderful to see. But yeah, lots of stuff to happen in Discord in the meantime. Do go follow Top One Gaming. Top is going to be returning with quizzical streams on Sunday, the 16th of January with Rebound. So do go give Top One Gaming a follow as well. Other popular numbers are available indeed. Equally, 100 bits is again a popular number. Thank you for those 100 bits, and we've got a hype train happening again apparently. So yeah, and Jack Wilfred also. Oh, okay, opinion on that one. Okay, and I don't know what this is going to say. It's probably going to say by Panic, isn't it? Oh no, Manifest! It doesn't have the font though. The font's disappeared. I don't know why the font's not there, but yeah, I don't have the font apparently for that one. And another one. What? Does it count if Whiskers meows? Come here, Whiskers. Come on. Meow. Mm. Mm. Meow, yes. Meow. There we go. Standards are very low, apparently, Oni. Thank you for the 1,000 bits there. Greatly appreciated. And there was 350 bits there from Matt saying yes, there's a standard special. I mean, it very much is. Whiskers is very much a part of the stream as much as everything else. Ah. We're going to have a nice sleep tonight, aren't we? Because we've got a brand new mattress to sleep on. It's not got loads of broken springs in it. It's going to be very nice to sleep tonight, isn't it? And you're going to cuddle up with me, because you always do when it's nice and cold. You like to cuddle up with me, don't you? Yeah. So should be. There's a nice meow from you. There we go. She better not break all the springs. The amount of money I've spent on this mattress, blooming heck. Okay. I'm going to put you down. Okay. Not like that. You know that. I love my Whiskers. So that is it for me. I waffle and all that jazz. The hype train is going to continue this stream for another 4 minutes. So, you know, I am obliged to continue waffling for that amount of time until the hype train finishes. So, yeah, because I don't want to, you know, just halt it now. Oh, you have a sneeze. You have a bit of a sneeze there, Whiskers. Aw. Aw. Don't go walking on the soundboard, though, because otherwise you're going to start triggering effects, including all those other ones, including the QI one as well. Don't go doing that. What did I just say? What did I literally just say, Whiskers? We're not going to have a double wang moment, okay? What did I just say? She's after a button. She really is, isn't she? I don't even remember where that button is. It's that one there. There it is. I mean, she does. That's very true. Isn't it? You are the ruler of the house, aren't you? Oh? Okay. I fail to understand exactly how that goes, but yes, thank you for the 100 bits, Sportsy. Thank you for the 100 bits, JB Henry, as well. Extending this hype train a little bit more. Whiskers, where are you going now? Ah! What the hell, Buzzdan? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? And that's Number Whiskers. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. Oh my goodness me. That's just crazy. Oh, and Fraser. Keep it cool, Trig. Keep it cool. Thank you for the 300 bits. What's going on? Oh, we got a subscription coming through as well. Gifting a sub. Matt the Ref gifting to Toot there. Thank you very much for that gifted sub there, Matt. You are immensely generous as always. Let's open this guy up here. And what was that? Another gifted sub, was that? Brand new Halo to Ankmad. Oh, brand new Halo. You're very generous as well. And, oh, the hype train has ticked over, which does mean we've got another 5 minutes. What I'm going to do is do that, actually. And bring this over. For those that hadn't seen it earlier in Discord, I'll give you a sneak peek of stuff. If I change it back to that one, I think that's the one I want to press. Yeah, that is the one I want to press. So yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing that's coming up soon. Yeah, it's a breakaway alert. It really is. So yeah, it's nice, isn't it? The new with the breakaway board and all the lights and that. So that should be good fun. Should be good fun, this one. Still a few things I need to do with it, obviously, but is coming up soon. Let's put it that way. Coming up soon. I don't want to do that kind of stuff, Zeus, without Topper's approval as well, because that's just no. You have the breakaway font. I mean, I'm using Impact at the moment for most of it, and that seems to be just about right for what I need. The question text, I'm just using a random font from. No, I'm actually using the 500 questions font at the moment, or one of the ones I use for the question text. That was squished though, because that seems to be quite a nice readable text. Question text, it's just Din, is it? Oh, I've got Din. I've definitely got Din around because only Connect uses a version of Din or something like that. Anyway, so I've definitely got Din around somewhere. So that should be easy to drop in for that. So yeah, Breakaways is coming soon, and you know I'll say it here. Only there's 64 people watching. If you stayed to this part, yeah, this is the potential tournament game. The potential tournament game, because they did a similar thing in Series 2, if memory serves me. Is that they brought the best players across the series for a sort of champions match at the end. So it's very much easily done tournament that way. So we do like 6 games or something like that. 6 games of breakaway, maybe a bit more. And then the best of the best play the final for an actual cash prize or something. So yeah, that's the current plan with breakaway. This is going to be the tournament game in Season 9, with a couple of test games hopefully in Season 8. So that's what you'll look forward to. I'm letting the cat out of the bag, as it were. And yeah, the song is called Slinky Cat, because why not? A. Yeah, I don't know why there's loads of A's. I don't think I've ever seen a B yet. They're always A's for some reason. But that's for Pretzel to deal with and not me. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. Maybe 9 episodes, because hence Season 9. That has nothing to do with the decision making on that one. If that happens to be the case, then that happens to be the case. But that's definitely not definitely not put into the decision making for doing it. Let's put it that way. So yeah, I do appreciate you all. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening and also seeing spoilers for Season 9. Have a good one. Have a really good one. And I will see you next Wednesday for the Lost Christmas episode. And I'll be floating around in the Discord anyway over the weekend as well. So see you there if you want to be there as well. And if you know, absolutely. We'll see you next Wednesday. So take care. And we've got to play this music out. Good night.